What's going on, everybody?
Welcome,
Welcome
welcome.
back to Good Pickins Resource
Yeah,
Podcast, episode 4.
yeah.
Really appreciate you guys coming and hanging out. What's going on, man? How you doing tonight?
Woo. Okay, so if you guys came by, thank you. If you did, we did like almost
All
five and a half
day.
hour, 5.5 hour live stream of live listing. We were trying to list 50 items in one day. We got pretty close. We were at like 40. Like 45 ish, because we
Yeah,
did sell a couple items as we were listing them. So, I mean, which
nice.
is a good thing, you know.
Yeah,
So, but yeah, that was really fun. Draining, but fun.
I can only imagine, bro.
Because I mean, obviously you're interacting with people and you're trying to focus.
Of course.
So that's always it's always a balance. It's always a
Yeah,
balance.
I'm sure it would have went a lot quicker if you weren't streaming, you know,
Yeah,
having to interact with folks. But
yeah,
hey, it's a good time, though.
yeah. No, it was. It motivated other people too, which I thought was really cool. I wasn't
Nice.
thinking about that aspect, but like, yeah, I mean, there were a couple people that were legitimately like, "Yeah, you've motivated me to like work on my death pile more," and I'm like, "Well, at
Let's
least I
get
can
it.
do that."
Yeah, man, that's what's up.
So, how was your day?
Pretty good, man. I did 31 listings, launched 22 of them. Um, and then just I did a bunch of laundry, so I got items listed for tomorrow, ready to list tomorrow. I do got to clean some hats. Those are real
Same.
quick and easy, but I got a whole stack of hats, man, that I got to get knocked out because if I don't clean them, then they're not going to get listed. But
Exactly.
some of them, I list the way that they are.
Yeah.
Oh, Johnson said, "Faded glory for life." No, sir. Trash.
What if there was just like a faded glory gang? They just start throwing up signs like
Right. I already know, man. What's going on, Hillary? Evening, gents.
it's been a
Welcome.
long time, Hillary.
Yes, long, long time. Miss Lachey, how you doing? Thanks for showing up.
What's up,
Yeah,
Mr.
man.
Shay?
It's like my buddy Chris flipped the world. He hates Gloria Vanderbilt because it's everywhere, which I see more Gloria Vanderbilt than Faded Glory. So I guess I should probably hate Gloria Vanderbilt. But the thing about
Right.
Gloria Vanderbilt, right, is I got some Gloria Vanderbilt in a reseller box from someone, and I listed it, and it sold the same day.
No kidding.
So I don't hate Gloria Vanderbilt as much as I hate Faded Glory because I've sold. Let me turn that down because I've actually sold Gloria Vanderbilt, and guess where I sold it at?
Huh.
35 minutes away from here in Patton, Missouri, which is the town that my girlfriend's from. So not
No
only did it
kidding.
sell fast the day I listed it, but it sold from someone that was like right down the road from me.
Yeah, so shipping was, needless to say,
It was dirt cheap.
super
It was first
super
class
cheap.
and it was cheap.
Exactly,
So
right.
yeah, I'm more biased to Gloria Vanderbilt. I'll probably pick some pieces up and then see how it moves if it continues to sell immediately. Because Chris from Daily Refinement, he says that that's the top selling women's brand or women's jeans on eBay. I don't know.
Huh.
So
I've never heard of the brand personally. Is it
it's
is
like
it
a
like a
Sam's
Walmart?
Club, Costco brand.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, man.
Okay. So like
Yeah.
very value oriented, so therefore it doesn't have much resale value
Right, right,
because,
right.
you
Because it's
know,
already cheap as it
it's
gets.
exactly,
Yep.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man.
That's interesting. I've never heard of the brand. I don't think I've ever even come across the brand. So it must be just
Well,
something that's
if
easy to
you're
look
not looking
over.
in the clothing section of the bins all that often, then I don't blame you for not knowing what it is. But if you do any digging in the bins for any length of time, you'll find it guaranteed. I find it every single day in there.
Yeah, I mean, also I'm not looking at women's, like, do they do women's and
No,
men's?
it's
Okay,
exclusive to women's.
gotcha. So yeah, I mean, I'm also not really looking at women's
Right,
pants a lot because I know that the resale value isn't there as much as men's are,
right,
you
right.
know.
Yep.
So if I am, I'm looking at men's stuff.
Yeah, definitely. The weightlifting geek, what's going on, man? Hit the like button. Appreciate you hopping in.
Yes,
Said
sir.
had to pop in for the live stream from the weightlifting guy. Yes, sir. Appreciate your support, bro.
I'm
I've
I'm
sold some
glad you
fleece
use
line faded glory, but I won't touch most of it. Exactly.
I'm glad he was using acronyms, by the way.
Yeah.
It took me a second. I'm glad you picked up on it.
Yeah. I'm only because I know who he is by now, though.
Oh, okay. So yeah,
Uh,
you're hip. You're hip.
Hillary says Gloria Vanderbilt, a women's clothing brand, definitely. Um, hey, Nita Jake.
What's
Thanks
up,
for
Nita?
showing up. Appreciate you hanging out with us.
Yeah,
Yeah. So what was your most valuable item you listed today?
that's a good question. I think it was. Oh man, it's escaping me now. I think it was actually a camera, a retro '90s camera, like one of the
Okay.
35 millimeter, like you know,
Yeah.
super run of
Point
the
and
mill
shoot.
from our childhood.
Nice.
That are booming right now. So yeah, I think it was like a $50 or $60 camera.
Wow. I
So
just sold uh Canon, I think. A Canon Snappy AF
oh yeah,
autofocus for like I don't know, like 35 bucks because it was untested last week. Probably could have sold it for more. I've sold them upwards of 40, $50 before, but this one was untested and I think I just took an offer because I've had it, man, I want to say like 6 months, 7 months.
gotcha.
Yeah.
I'm surprised
So
you had it for that long, but maybe because it was untested.
it was unlisted. So like somebody bought it.
Oh,
Somebody bought it, right? And then they never paid. So it got canceled. And I thought it was listed, but it never was.
I hate
So
when that happens,
yeah, I
bro.
got to digging around and checking through stuff. And then I was like, why hasn't this sold yet? Because every other one that I had listed had sold pretty fast.
Yeah.
So I looked it up and it was not listed. Hillary says, was it one of those Sunbeam controllers?
Yeah, that's like a little bit of an inside joke. So we listed I think 4 or 5 Sunbeam controllers today.
Mhm.
So we have all of the Sunbeam controllers listed right
Oh,
now.
okay.
They're
I found a
ready.
Sunbeam controller the other day and thought of you.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that certain models are better than others. Like all of the models do sell, but you got to have the right one for the sell through rate to be right,
Okay.
you know.
Bo says he's got a Faded Glory tat full sleeve. I'm gonna get my Faded Glory emblem tattooed on my face, right underneath the
Bro,
eye, like the tears.
if you have a full sleeve by Faded Glory, I mean, you got to get that sponsored.
Yeah, definitely,
I'll be
definitely.
checking out your channel, Bo.
Got the vintage Faded Glory tat, not the new school logo, but the old school logo.
Right.
Hope you're doing well, Hillary. Hi, all. What's up, Joe? My dog.
What up,
Appreciate you coming
Joe?
and hanging out, man. Hey, the weightlifting guy. We all meet again. Yeah, it's a great community, man. Yeah, so me, I listed a bunch of bread and butter. Nothing too spectacular. I think the highest item I listed was $25. I got this I guess I can just show you guys.
Show and tell.
Sneak peek from the video coming out tomorrow. It's a you can't see it very well, but it's an Air Force.
Yeah, we can see it. We can see it.
Okay. I can't see it from my angle. It's vintage Mickey, Meke, Mickey. I don't know, made in the USA, right? But what you can't see on camera is that there's these stains all over it. And I tried to wash it, man, with like some OxyClean and stuff like that, but it
Yeah.
wouldn't come out. But they're still selling. Like I ran the comps on it on eBay, and they're selling for like 30 to 20, as low as 22 bucks, even beat up. So I'm probably going to list it in the condition that it's in, because Air Force people, they're not, they've been through the mud, so
Yeah.
they'll probably take it as it is. So I'll go ahead
Yeah.
and list it. It's a 2XL. It's a pretty big size, so should be good.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything military, like even if it's newer stuff,
Right. Yep.
I usually try to, especially with the hats too. Like I feel like a lot of people in our bins anyway pass up on the military related hats. Now
Yep.
some are hokey, some are definitely like repro, like
Right.
kind of BS or whatever. But I mean, honestly, like there's some like old like Navy hats, like if you were like a sailor on like a big, whatever,
Right.
like destroyer, cruiser, whatever, like
Yep.
and they got all the cool pins on there, like that could
Yep.
be money.
Right, definitely. What's up, Greg? Appreciate you coming and hanging out. Yeah, my uncle, he retired from the Navy, so I know like stuff like that is everything to him.
Yeah,
But
for sure.
I got a boatload of hats in the last binge trip. Like I want to say I got like 12 of the same hat, maybe 13, 14 of these NRA hats. They're selling for like
Okay.
$9, plus shipping.
Yeah,
These are brand new though, so I'll probably be able to get a little bit more. What I think I'm gonna do is just do a multi-quantity listing and promote the crap out of it and just see what happens.
I
Try
would.
and try and get quick sales off of them.
I would. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, anything like firearm related, again,
Hmm.
like They usually do really well.
Yep.
Really, really well.
I've been selling
So,
like 2 hats a day lately too, though, so I'm definitely glad to find a couple
dude,
more.
that's awesome. That's
Hey,
awesome.
I made it. Whoop whoop. Gibby's girls appreciate you coming hanging out.
Yeah,
Yeah,
gibbies. All
gotcha.
right.
Stephanie, what's going on? Hey guys,
What's up,
appreciate you
Stephanie?
coming and hanging out. Military hats can be good, but cab take. Oh yeah, but they can take some time. It all
Yeah,
depends on the ones you got, especially if they're like basic hats or how you word them. If you use good keywords, you might get a sell quicker.
agreed. I agree.
But
Yeah.
yeah, man, it's hit or miss with anything, honestly. With the hat game, if you don't got
Yep.
like a good brand um, to back it up, probably not going to draw a whole bunch of attention unless you're using the right keywords to get the attention on it.
Well, yeah, or if it's vintage, I
Yeah,
mean, if you have like one of those rare, 90s starter hats, like,
yeah,
it's game
it's
on.
definitely yeah.
Yeah,
So, did you read the spring update on eBay?
I was glazing over it.
So, they're
Refresh
changing
us.
the item specifics in like
Oh
certain
yeah, yeah,
categories like electronics, I want to say cameras, a couple other like home
yeah.
sections and things like that. Once again, the clothing section dodges the update. Thank you. Yeah, man.
Future proof.
Yeah,
Future
and
proof.
I seen that they're also well no, because like last year they had all types of item specific changes. So like I guess the last two updates we've just been lucky enough to slide by. But I did see that they're going to unroll the auto pay for or the required immediate payment for best offers accepted now. So like normally,
Oh,
right? So I got required immediate payment on all my listings, right? But if I send you an offer or you send me an offer and I accept, you don't have to pay immediately. But on
right.
the I think late April they said they're going to start requiring buyers to make immediate payment when they do accept an offer or when they send an offer and it gets accepted. So that's something that we can look forward to because man, I've gotten up to as high as 16 waiting for payments. And then
That's crazy.
I
I
end up
don't have an
canceling
issue.
like 8 of them. So
That's unfortunate. Yeah, I've not. That has not been an issue for me. I also don't require immediate payment, so fingers crossed, I guess, for good juju there. Because yeah, no, I
yeah,
haven't. I haven't had issues really at all. Maybe an item or two here and there, but obviously you're doing more volume than me, so
yeah. I
but
just hit 1,100 items in my 90-day total for sold
hey, that's
today.
awesome.
Yeah. Hillary says, what is what's y'all's favorite sell from this past week? Well,
Ooh, good
I've
question.
sold
Good
quite a few
question.
items, so I'd have to look and scroll real quick and see what like pops out at me.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like there was an item that I wanted to talk to you about last podcast.
Okay.
I can't remember what it was. Oh, I do have a good story though from. I guess this is my favorite sale from the past week. Barring any sales that I get throughout the weekend and tomorrow,
Okay.
but we had a garage sale last weekend. Went
Yeah,
pretty
I
good.
seen the video
And my friends Kelly and Keith came by and they brought some of
with
their
the
own
Funko
stuff.
Pops.
Yeah, they brought
That's
by
dope.
some pops and
Yeah.
they had sold a couple off the bat, off the rip, and they didn't look like they were anything special. So I don't think that we missed out on anything there, but
Right.
they brought a couple more after they came, like they went back to their house and restocked.
Mhm.
And I was kind of looking at these pops. I was like, huh. I'm like, I'm curious. That pop looks actually pretty cool. And it was the Spider-Man in a black suit.
Yeah. Nice.
Walgreens exclusive, I think it was. And I scanned it and I turned to Keith and I go, how much did you guys want for this? Because I guarantee they were going to get rid of them for like $5 or less.
Right.
So I guess my favorite sale is a consignment. I consigned two pops
Awesome.
for them, and one sold for just over $50, and the other one sold for just over $30.
That was
And they
fast,
were
man.
one sold the same day. The $50 one sold the same day. The next one sold literally the next day. So, or the other one sold the next day. So
Okay.
yeah.
So my favorite sell is going to be from when you and I thrifted the day I crashed my car.
Okay.
So
Okay.
you remember these shoes that I picked up?
Yes.
Yeah, I
Yes.
sold those for $75.
Nice.
Yeah.
Which model is that again?
It's the Reebok Hexalite. It's the Emmett Smith.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. 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 Emmett Smith.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah, I had them listed for like $90. Somebody sent me an offer for 75, and why not?
Yeah.
I paid like
What
two
era
bucks.
are those from again?
Man, I want to say they're from like early 2000s or late 90s.
They got to be late 90s, right? Like,
Yeah,
because
I
Emmett's
mean,
career was,
yeah.
yeah, like he
I'm
was
not an
winding
expert,
down.
but yeah, it was pretty much over with after 2000s or before 2000s. Because I know he was
Well,
a star from when we were like kids, dude.
oh yeah, mid 90s all the
Yeah,
way.
so
But he also might have still been making shoes after his
Jordan
retirement.
still makes shoes, and
Ex-
he doesn't play. So
exactly. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but
I
no,
believe that.
I think that's great that you made money off a pair of not Nikes basically. Like you
Right,
made good money off of not Nikes.
right, right,
So,
right.
anytime that can happen, that's good, you know.
Hillary said it's about dang time eBay required immediate payments on offers. Yeah, man, it's a long time coming. I think they're still going to let buyers slide by on auctions, but offers will definitely be a immediate. Those are great sales. My favorite was definitely the Nickelodeon alarm clock I showed Naviar. Sold in 2 days for $100. What?
Woo!
Let's go. That's what I'm talking about.
That's a lick. I love that.
Nickelodeon, anything like from the vintage days, man, or from at least from our childhood, is definitely worth it in my book. Like it, man, just to be a kid again, dude. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like the memories is just so sweet. Like especially just watching cartoons on Nickelodeon all day long, eating snacks, man.
Yep.
Those were the days.
Those were the
Man,
days.
now you
I
got to grind and get up and work, and it's still fun, but it's not like it was when you had no responsibilities.
Well, I mean, I you know, I still think I have a fair amount of fun when I find stuff from my childhood and get to
Of
sell it or
course,
keep it. You know,
yeah,
so like that's a win for me.
yeah. I found a Rugrats hat in my last
I saw
video.
that.
It was
I
a
saw
kid's
that.
hat, and it wasn't vintage. It was from 2020, but still,
Yeah.
who didn't watch Rugrats when they were kids, man? Like
Oh yeah. Yeah, for
St.
sure.
Las Vegas, what's going on, my guy? The grind never ends. That's facts, bro. You know,
Never does.
even when you're chilling, accepting offers, that's still grinding. You know what I mean? Because you're still making
Yeah.
cash. eBay's
Like
the only thing that I've done that's 24-hour income.
yeah, for sure. I mean, well, and sometimes you work sort of 24 hour. Like there's been times where I've been out with friends, right? And I'll
Mhm.
just find myself like adjusting prices on listings, you know, and then
Yeah,
like they'll look over at my phone and go, "Bro, are you working right now?" I'm like, "I mean,
right.
it's working kinda." Like
Joe says my kids have been killing Gullah Gullah Island lately on Paramount Plus. Nice. I remember that too, man.
that was a little past my age range, I
It
feel
was
like.
my little
Gullah Gullah,
sister was watching it, you know what I
yeah,
mean?
that
So
would have been
like
my sister's
I was
gen.
probably 12, 13 at that time. But
Same.
still, and she's 10 years younger than me, so she was loving it.
Yeah, my sister is 5 years younger than me. I think that was more her speed.
Right.
I was like, you know, like wearing Jinko jeans and trying to be an aggressive skater at that
Yeah.
time.
Right. I wasn't doing no skating, but like I had a skateboard, but
Wearing a chain wallet, being a punk.
yeah, I wasn't doing much, man. I was climbing in trees and doing stuff like that. You know, I was a pretty boring child, you know, because I was sheltered. But by
Mm.
the time I was 17, I was wasting my life away in the streets. So, you know, it is what it is. Stephanie says, I've been selling Aviator Nation clothing. Never heard of the brand, but sold the top for $80 plus and pants for 90.
Yo, what?
Yo, okay. Aviator Nation,
I
check.
feel yeah. I feel like Marcus is just like radar's just like beep beep
I
beep beep beep
wrote
beep beep
that
beep
down
beep
for
beep.
sure, man. Where'd you find that at, Stephanie? Like at a thrift store or what?
Yeah, and also what region of the country are you in? Because that could be
Yeah,
like very
it could
region
be
based.
regional. Yeah. Uh, Hillary says my kids are big fans of Avatar and Thundercats because we're raising the next generation of nerds.
I
Gotta
love
get it.
that.
That's what I'm talking about.
I love that.
Skating was life from 14 to 18 ish.
Absolutely, Joe.
I
You
fell
know?
down a hill, like a pretty steep hill, skinned my whole side up, and then that was the end of my skateboarding career when I was about 13. I was like, this
That
ain't for
happens.
me.
That happens.
I'm like, you know,
Oh, in
she's from
Utah.
Utah. Okay. Gibby's
Maybe
girl
that's
says, yes, Aviator Nation. I bought a cap for $1 and sold it for 65. We've been
bro.
sleeping, bro. Now
Bro,
we're
we're
woke.
sleeping. We're out.
We
We're
know now.
sleeping.
So yeah,
That's
man.
crazy.
Earlier I told you that I had been listing from doing all my photos at once and then sitting down at the computer and listing.
Yeah, let's
Right.
talk about that. Let's talk about that.
So I just started that this week.
So can I back up really quick?
Yeah,
So a uh are you using a camera or are you using your
I'm
phone?
using my phone.
Okay. Are you using a tripod?
No.
Okay. That's all.
So
Continue. Sorry. I
I
just want to make
use
sure.
no, you're all good. I use my phone. I take all my pictures straight, all the way through, and then I just upload them to my phone with the wire or to my
Yeah.
computer with the wire,
Data cable. Yeah.
and then so after I take the pictures, right? See that stack of clothes right there?
Yeah.
That's unlisted inventory. That's what's getting photo tomorrow. I got it stacked on a bin, and after I list it or after I take photos of it, I put it on this table right here behind me. See those clothes?
Yes.
And then I'll sit here at the computer. I'll grab an item that's in order of the photos I took. I'll do the
Smart.
listing and then I'll put it over there on that tote and then I'll bag it up after I'm done doing all the listings. I'll bag it, put a SKU number on it, and then put it in the box over there. Did
You
I
know.
lose my? Did you guys lose me?
No.
Okay.
No. 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 Okay. I mean, have you timed it?
Yeah. So it took me 4 hours to do photos of 31 items and do all the listing from start to finish. 4 hours,
Okay.
31 items.
And how
I
much
wish.
is that beating your previous pace?
Uh, it's at least by an hour. At least by an hour and a half.
Okay.
But I hadn't been timing my other process though. You know what I mean? I just knew what time I finished at during the daytime, and I would finish around like 2 o'clock, and then I'd have to go run and go grab my packages from the post office and stuff like that. And today I left and went to the post office around 12:30, so that's like an hour and a half earlier.
Okay. I'm really curious. I mean, I obviously see how that can benefit a clothes reseller, but I'm curious if it would fit my model as well.
I think it would, man. Honestly, um, just time yourself doing it the way that you do it one day, and then the next day, time yourself doing it the other way, and it
Well,
just
here's the issue is that there's all these variables whenever I have to test something,
right.
and how
Yeah.
much testing does it need, how much, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it's
And
like,
that's the thing about,
you
hard
know,
goods, man. It's never the same day by day,
yeah,
So
yeah, which is nice sometimes because you get variety,
Mhm.
but it's also time consuming. So it's like, yeah, yeah.
So Stephanie said her friend gave her something to sell. She's giving me half. But yeah, I didn't have to put money out, but I'm keeping my eye out. Yeah, well, at least you learn something new.
Do you
Be
know
right
where they
back.
bought it from? Like what store is selling this?
Right.
Like, where are you getting it strictly online? Is there a retail store for it? Like, why is there
Let's just look
such
it
a
up real
demand?
quick, man. Let's
Do it.
let,
Let's
let
do
me
some live
share my screen
let's do some live
and we'll look
homework.
up some eBay.
Yeah, let's do
Right,
some live
right.
homework.
Let's see here. See what
Yeah,
this stuff
nobody's
goes
watching the
for.
podcast anymore because they're out looking for this brand now.
Right. Hang on 1 second, guys. Alrighty. Is it on the screen yet? What's going on here?
Not on my
Okay.
end. There you go.
Alrighty. Aviator Nation. My computer is super slow.
We're gonna get you there, man.
Okay, so $135, $155, 180, 98,
Yo,
59,
and these are all
107.
pre-owned. All
Yeah.
pre-owned.
69,
This is
100.
wild, bro. I'll see you later, man. It's been fun, but
Right? And now that I'm looking at it, I think I've seen this lightning bolt logo before, other than racist Nazi gangs in prison. Uh,
right.
so okay, let's look at this. I'm gonna have to keep an
I'm
eye
gonna
out for
hold
this
on. I'm
stuff
gonna
because
ask
I.
Zesty. I'm gonna ask Zesty. Hey, sweetheart.
All right, Yeah, I would have passed up on this type of stuff, man.
She's got
Thanks
her
for the
headphones in.
bolo. The clothes look distressed and a lot have lightning bolts. Okay. Uh, Stephanie says the clothes look distressed and a lot have lightning bolts. Shit's from Nordstrom. Okay. Gibby says it's from SoCal,
Oh, this makes
which is
sense.
where I
This makes
live.
sense.
Okay,
That
okay,
makes 100%
okay.
sense because it's probably it's like one of those like exclusive-ish, you know, sort
This
of
one
bougie
says Austin,
brands.
Texas.
I
Hmm.
you know what, Marcus? I'll be surprised if we ever find any in St. Louis. We
You
might a
probably
couple
won't.
years down the road, you know, but
Right. Let's see how many's listed and how many sold. This is interesting.
because see the Midwest always gets like trends last. So this if this is like a trend that's going on
Yeah,
right now, it's going to take a minute for it to catch on in St. Louis and for people to start wearing it
right.
and then wear it enough to donate it. So like
Exactly.
it's
Especially at the cost.
exactly.
So there's 317 listed. Let's see how many sold. Where's the sold button? Okay. Stupid computer.
Just kick it.
Dude, like this was my hang up earlier with listing. It was taking forever to like the load for the screen to
Yeah,
load.
see that's the thing is like
Wow, look at that sell through 925 sold.
that's wild.
That's like over like 300% sell through rate.
Well, yo, let's go on a road trip, man. Let's
Right, dude. Yeah, Stephanie, send some of that stuff my way.
you know?
That's crazy, man.
Because the
Yo.
reason that it's probably getting thrifted over on the West Coast because
Mhm.
you know she was in Utah. You
Yeah,
know, I mean, it's probably getting to the point where it's not as trendy anymore, so people are donating it. You know,
probably. She said to me the clothes look dingy and worn. LOL. That's what the kids are wearing
that's
nowadays,
that
though.
exactly. That's the steez. Like,
You should see what it costs on their website.
oh, I can
Well,
only
let's see what
imagine.
it costs on their website.
I bet it's like
Yeah,
you know, it's probably like Bape or something where it's just like a couple $100 for a
right.
t-shirt, you know?
Stupid hype brand. Let's see. Wow. Okay. Hang on.
Oh, now we're losing you. Oh
Is it
no.
sharing? Uh oh.
It's definitely choppy. Marcus
I got too many.
is killing his computer with Chrome tabs.
I got too much going on. Ah, am I back yet?
Hey Gibby, have you sold some?
I don't think it's going to allow me to do anything extra, guys.
Yo, it's all good though. I'm glad that we did a little homework on that together. Cuz I'm definitely going to be on the lookout and I don't even sell clothes.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, I don't
Yeah,
sell
but
many
so like it was
clothes.
going for like 550 brand new. I guess I could look it up on my phone. Yeah, man.
Hold on. It sounds like Stephanie's got the plug. You need to like send a box over to me and Marcus.
She's giving me a ton more tomorrow. What? Where is she getting all this stuff from? Is this just stuff that she wears and she
That's what
just
I want to know.
yeah. Marcus poor
Yeah.
my computer is not having it, guys. It's like the most cheapest laptop ever. It's like a HP, like raggedy.
So the computer that I streamed off of this afternoon for my
Yeah.
live stream, that was the computer that is up for offer to
Oh, the
you.
one that I'm
So
supposed to be buying from you? Yeah,
yes, sir.
I gotta get on it, man. I gotta
I
stock
kind of I
up.
kind of want to just keep it now for that little basement
Oh,
stream.
I ain't that about it. I just sold the one hat. I see people wearing it all the time,
Oh
but
yeah,
I
that's
don't see it for so much.
I forgot Gibby was the one that let in or also said something that she sold the hat. Yeah. Yeah, that's that one hat, man. That's did it have the little lightning bolt logo on it as well? Is that how you knew or did you know about the brand before?
Yeah, what's some other brands that I'm sleeping on, man?
I
She
mean,
has
listen.
money and travels and buys it, but she said she bought the ones she's giving me clearanced out. Still is probably over $200.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Right.
That's
So
crazy.
like I've found like the probably the most expensive clothing item that I found was like what was it called? The Dior sweatpants. I sold them for like $80. They were vintage. I got them from the bins. They had some tag from some store downtown St. Louis. Like I guess it was a clearance shop, but I got those things and I sold them like within a week. I was worried the whole time because I didn't know if they were going to be someone was going to say that they were fake, but they were from a store, so I guess they saw that tag on there and they're like okay with it. So
I
that's all that
mean,
matters.
that's I would be the same way, if it had a reputable, tag on it. It wasn't
It
just.
was not reputable, bro. It was like some handwritten tag from
Oh,
the store.
really?
Yeah,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
I see. Huh. Well, then, yeah, I would be questioning that, but
And the store that it was closed down. It was like it was some store from downtown, dude, from like the early '90s, I think. Man, I can't remember what the name of it was now, but I know that it's not open anymore.
gotcha, gotcha.
She said they got a
Hmm.
bunch of Nordstroms out there in Utah. We got some in St. Louis.
Now
Nordstrom
I'm
and
now I'm
Nordstrom Rack.
I might have to like dip by Nordstrom and see like if they even sell it
Yeah, I don't
here.
like doing the retail arbitrage just because of how much it costs. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm not implying that I'm going to retail arbitrage it, but I'm just
Yeah.
curious if they sell the brand here in St.
Oh
Louis.
yeah,
Just
they probably do.
because, again, like we're in the Midwest. We don't
Right,
get things that are as trendy and cool as quick
right.
as the
I mean,
coast do.
and then like what we do, it's like the higher end stuff. It's not like urban like streetwear type stuff like
Right.
that. It's
Right.
like
Like
you know,
like when you go to like a secondhand shop, like an
mhm,
upcycle like clothing shop, you'll see way different stuff in the Midwest than
right.
you would in on the coast. I mean, maybe if you went to Chicago, you'd see some like really
Chicago,
good urban
yeah,
brands, but like
super trendy.
yeah, but other than that, like outside of Chicago, you're really not gonna, you
Right.
know.
Gibby says I didn't know because it was a collab with some exercise trend, not Peloton. I don't sell clothes much, but came across six Ebbetsfield. Oh yeah, those are good. Ebbetsfield hats for $1.99 at Goodwill and sold them for 50 to 75 each. That's good. Those are like really good brands to look out for. It's
What
like wool. It's like wool
okay.
hats, like
Okay.
sports hats.
Is it like hunting related or is
No,
it
it's like sports hats, like baseball, teams, stuff
really?
like that. Yeah. It's
Huh.
just that's the brand Ebbetsfields. If I, my computer would allow me, I'd share the screen again and we'd look some of those up. But it's
Yeah.
definitely not. I just heard about those this past week, or not this past week, this past month. Let me see if I can pull some up on my phone. They're vintage. They're all wool.
Oh, okay, okay, okay. Yeah, I mean, I know just across the board, if you find vintage wool hats, just period,
Okay,
they
so
fly. They fly.
there's one for $52. Let's see. 50. Let me see if I can find an expensive one.
Yeah,
Hmm.
I mean, I'm surprised that I haven't heard of the brand, just because I feel like I'm
Yeah, you know a little bit
somewhat
about hats.
somewhat in tuned with sports stuff, but
That's
yeah,
not one. Yeah, it is.
I
This
feel like
one,
I'm not in tune because I didn't know the brand.
this one's 90 bucks.
And that's vintage or no?
I don't think
That
this one's
doesn't look
vintage.
that doesn't
This
look very
one,
vintage to me.
that one's pretty new.
Yeah, that
I
one
don't think they're
definitely.
all vintage though.
Okay,
It's
okay.
just the brand. The brand is pretty good. This is a bathing ape one in Ebbetsfield. Bathing ape plus Ebbetsfield.
Oh, I'm sure
So it's got the
that's.
babe camo. It was $100.
Yeah, yeah. I'm surprised it's not more.
Yeah, I think it was the best offer accepted. Oh, it was one bid on an auction.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah,
So it
that
definitely it could have gone for a lot more.
right, right. $100 is still pretty good though,
Oh, I
but
mean,
with it being Bape, I just thought like, yeah, Joe says it's modern, made to look new.
gotcha,
Exactly.
gotcha. Okay,
Old school wool minor and Negro League hats. Yep.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Okay, cool.
Uh, Modern but made to appear old. So much out there to learn. Things slip through the cracks. Definitely, Sonny. I'm
Always.
sure you got a lot of knowledge to drop on us about apparel, man, because you've been in the game longer than I have, selling a lot of apparel.
Well, I think it's not only just longevity of being in reselling, but also just seeing incoming and outgoing trends,
Right,
right? Like
definitely.
I mean, that's kind of where you have to like pay attention to certain metrics, whether that be
Okay.
on eBay or what you see people wearing
Right.
or what you see young people wearing.
Especially what the young people are wearing, because
Yeah,
TikTok is controlling the game right now.
yeah, of course, of course. But that was, before that was, MySpace, or before that was
Right.
MTV, and before,
Yep.
so on and so forth. Like,
Yeah, definitely.
there's always there's always a cosm of like influence
Yeah.
somewhere along the line. And as a reseller, you have to be on top of, you have to recognize those things.
Yeah.
So,
Jennifer dropped your link in the chat. Thank you, Jennifer, and
hey, thanks,
hello to
Jennifer.
you. Appreciate it. Sonny said, I don't have a niche besides making money, right? I like to learn as much as I can daily. It's fun. This is one of the
No,
funnest
I mean,
jobs I've ever had, man, for real.
I think it is fun to learn, and and learning is power for sure. Like, knowledge is power. But do
Right.
you, like, this is a direct question to Sonny. Like, do you ever feel like you don't have enough bandwidth in your brain to hold all of that information? Like, do you
Right.
think that you could know like everything about anything and be able to retain that knowledge? It's like people's names. Like, you
Yeah.
eventually forget people's names,
Yep.
like, if you don't see them regularly, right?
Yep.
Like,
You got to
because
use
you
it or
don't have
you
the
lose it.
bandwidth.
Yeah. Use it or lose it, man. Because there's people that I went to high school with that I, even if I saw them, I wouldn't be able to say their names, but I know their face.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, hey, didn't we? I know you from
And
somewhere.
you
You know
hung,
what I
and
mean?
you were either in a class with them every
Yeah.
day, or you saw
Yep.
them every day, and you could recite their name every day for even past high school. But
Yep.
now, like,
Yep. Since it's been so
it's
long,
yeah,
he said
yeah.
that's why I take meds and therapy.
Hey, man, I can't harp on that at all. I
He
mean,
said they
that's
help.
listen, if you have a clear mind of, free from anxiety and
Right.
whatever else, like, that is going to help you retain knowledge. But even
Definitely.
still, like, somebody that's completely neuronormative, like, you can only retain so much,
Right.
you know
My neighbors are making a bunch of noise over there. Sounds like they're whooping on each other.
oh geez.
Who's got time for metrics? I love metrics,
Well,
honestly.
that's why metrics are metrics, right? Like, you
Right.
you let the computer do the thinking, and you sit back and see the data results.
He says notes seriously help big time. Remembering things is limited to distractions like food. Yeah.
Like food.
Definitely. So me, like a lot of the things that I learn, it's like input output. So if I learn something and then I don't like with this Aviator Nation, how I went and like looked it up. If I don't look things up and like try to get my brain wrapped around it, then I'm gonna forget it by the time I go to find it. So that's why
Yeah.
I gotta like hear her name. I wrote it down as soon as I heard it, you know what I mean? Then I looked it up. So hopefully I'll I mean, there's no hopefully to it. If I see it, I'm gonna know it. What's up, Shay? Appreciate you coming and popping in for a second.
I mean, I kind of like the, I mean, you guys have, some of you have watched my channel, but I kind of like the spray and pray method of just like, okay, this looks cool,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna take a bunch of these items and just do homework. And,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
yeah, I might be wasting my time. I could easily just watch other channels or look at lists of bolos or
Right.
whatever.
Yeah,
But,
but
like,
that takes the fun out of it.
hey, thank you, thank you.
I
I
go
feel
to the
I feel
bins and
validated.
I load my cart up with random crap and then I throw half of it back, because
Yeah,
I look it up, I grab things based on the look or the feel or,
same,
sometimes even the name. And then,
same.
I'll look it up and then come to find out it ain't worth nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's all, case by case scenario.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I
But I
can
mean,
guarantee you are going to find Aviator Nation in the next month now that you know. Well,
hey,
I
you're
definitely
blessing
hope
us. You're
so.
you're blessing us with that. Okay.
Right. I'm with you. I do the same thing. You got to, man. It's the only way to retain stuff. I see something and buy things because it looks cool. Yep.
Well, I'm not
Getting
necessarily
comps in the chat.
buying because it looks cool,
Yeah.
but I'm
I'll do
definitely
research because
I'm
it looks cool.
definitely doing homework. Like,
Mhm.
you can tell when you've been reselling for long enough, like, what a quality item
Right.
feels like, what a quality item looks like, what a
Yep.
quality item functions like. You
hmm
get all those things,
Especially
and
if it's along the lines of something you've sold previously.
oh yeah,
You'd be like,
of
oh, this
course,
looks like so and so, or this
of
feels like
course,
so and so, or
of course,
you
yeah.
know, definitely, it is the more things you sell, especially when you sell those high ticket items, you're gonna be like, yeah, that sold for $100. That's embedded in my brain. Like, never gonna forget that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So like,
Absolutely.
I seen it was like a HD camera with a little flip screen. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? I
Yeah.
seen one of those,
Little like
and
handy cam,
yeah, it was a handy cam. Yeah. Well, I don't know if it was Sony brand, but I've
but
sold
the
the Sony
equivalent.
brand before, and I had to buy like a charger cord off of Amazon and stuff like that. But I saw one and I had to pass it up, man, because it didn't have a power cord, and I was like, man, I'm not trying to buy another power cord. I'm not trying to
Yeah.
test this thing, and you know what I mean. Like, have to buy little cassette tapes to make it a bundle deal. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So like, it's easy for me to pass things like that up now because I'm like, I don't want to put in the work. Instead, I'll just list a few more items. You know what I mean? Uh,
Yeah.
do you pass up anything when you see it, no matter how much money you can make off of it?
I think we've kind of dabbled in talking about this in previous episodes, but for sure, bigger electronics.
Yeah,
The more moving parts that something has now, the more I kind of shy away from it.
yeah,
Or like you said, like you have to add these little things to
yep,
make it worthwhile of a sale. You
yeah,
know, like that's why I'm always blown away by like people who strictly do or do a lot of like as is electronics. Like their
yeah,
whole entire eBay store is as is
yep.
electronics.
Or
Like that's
broken for parts
yeah,
only.
like whatever. Like I mean, whatever works, but like for me, I don't know. It's weird, but
Sonny
you know.
says he looks at apparel last because he feels so comfortable at it. Hey, there you go. I've only been selling like clothing and apparel for, I don't know, 6 months. So maybe not even that long. I mean, like, I've been dabbling with it, but I haven't only been selling clothing for 6 months now. So uh
But still,
I'll,
I
I'll
mean, the
continue to
amount of
learn.
knowledge that you've gained in 6 months is quite impressive.
Gibby says we better shout them out when we find some Aviator Nation. Definitely will.
You
Trust
know
me.
we will.
Trust me. Hillary Murphy, I need to get that on that print on demand train. Yeah, definitely. Put it on a shirt or something.
Yeah.
So yeah, man. I know, for me, I'm definitely always like trying to soak up as much knowledge as I can. So I found these shirts, Western Plains or something like that, a bunch of them, like six of them in my last video. And that's one of the things that we can find in like tremendous amounts here in the Midwest is Western wear. For some reason, we're in the
Yeah.
Midwest, but we find Western wear all the time.
A lot of
So
Dickies, like a lot of,
a lot of like work wear, things
yeah,
like that.
workwear,
Yeah.
farm wear. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So I picked some of them up. I got them listed for like $20 because they're pearl snap shirts, and usually I can sell those for between 18 and $20. I think the lowest one I've ever sold was like $14. So for me, it's like when I see those things, I generally don't have to look them up. I'll look them up if it's a brand I never heard of, like the Western Plains wear, but the Wrangler ones I don't look up anymore, unless it's like for sake of the video that I'm filming. But
Right.
there's just certain brand knowledge, man. Even if it's not going to net me a whole bunch, if I know it sells well, like Victoria's Secret, I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to buy it. It's not going to make me a whole bunch of money, but I'm not going to buy it for more than $2 though either.
Yeah.
Sonny says my first 6 months felt so slow, and seeing you from pretty much day one have seen you exceed what I've done in less time. Keep it up, my dude. I think the only thing that I've got going for me is that it's volume. Like I'm intently trying to pump out as many sales as I can. So like, and I mean, not that anyone isn't, but like my goal is to grow exponentially because I want to gross 100K this year. So uh, just don't want to be a failure because I set it as one of my goals for my New Year's resolution. So, you know, I,
Well,
I accept most offers.
I also feel like we have been lucky as resellers. So like somebody that's been doing it for 5 or 10 years, when they started, they
Mhm.
didn't have the collection of knowledge that YouTube brings to you as a
Right.
reseller.
Exactly.
Like we have been extremely lucky to have
Definitely.
these wells of information that we can
Yep.
just keep taking from.
Yep.
And honestly, that's one of the things that like I love so much about the reselling community is the
Yep.
willingness to empower each other, to educate each other, and everyone just be cool and not see it as a competition,
Yeah.
you
And
know?
there's hundreds of channels out there of people giving out great value. You know what I mean?
Oh
So
yeah, for
that's
free.
definitely how I've learned
For free.
for free. Yeah.
Like
You know what I
it's
mean?
mind blowing. Like
Yeah. And then, you got the haters out there that say things like when to show a reseller what's selling for you. Never. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
look, just because Aviator Nation sells well for lots of money doesn't mean that we're going to find it all the time.
Well,
You know what
and
I
that
mean?
also means that not everyone's going to get up off their couch and go find it.
Right.
You have
Exactly.
to like I think we preach this almost every episode, Mark, is
Yeah.
like you have to you have to go to the product.
Right.
Like
Definitely. It's not going to, I mean, it can come to you, but even then, once you have it, you got to put in the work.
right. You have to put in the work to list it. You have to put in
Right.
the work to clean it. You have to put, so like that's all work too.
Nice. Gibby says, I bought a Victoria's Secret LA Dodgers t-shirt because of you, Marcus, and it sold the next day. Let's go. That's what
That's
I'm
what's up.
talking about.
That's what's up. I would have
Yeah.
passed that up. So, I mean,
Yeah, I
hey.
picked up um what was it, Green Bay Packers Victoria's Secret shirt. I still have it listed, but it's only because I think the reason why is because there's a stain on it that I didn't see when I picked it up. Uh
Yeah.
so, and I disclose all stains and like point it out blatantly
Yeah.
so people will know that it's there. But
Yeah.
everything, man, Victoria's Secret that I list usually sells within a week.
That's so wait, were they branding it under Victoria's Secret or like one of their
Yeah,
sub brands?
it's NFL slash, Victoria's
Gotcha.
Secret. So like
Gotcha.
it's NFL apparel, for women
That's
it's
really
made by
cool.
Victoria's Secret,
No,
right?
yeah, that's really cool. I'm glad that they have that. Like that's neat. And that's again like good bolo brand for sure.
Yeah, definitely.
Especially during the fall, like when football
Right.
season happens. Like
Got Dana, Glamour's Closet. Hi Marcus, hi good game. We're gonna be meeting up
hello,
with her
hello.
on Monday. Monday. I
Monday.
love watching
I'm
everyone's
excited.
videos. Yeah, me too, bro. She says she's bringing donuts. I'm even more
Oh,
excited
okay.
about that.
That's actually gonna bog me down, man. I can't have sugary carbs in the morning.
Uh-oh. Stephanie says I love watching everyone's videos of what they buy and sell, so I know what to look for. I do the same. Exactly.
Exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
that's
YouTube
it.
has been the driving force for so many resellers, definitely. And
Yeah.
that's why, I don't feel there's anything wrong with, doing what sold videos or like showing what you're picking up because there's somebody out there that's just starting today and they need to know stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Especially when, you show them like this is what sold, this is for how much, or this is what I'm picking up and this is why I'm picking it up, or this is what I'm putting back and this is why I'm putting it back. That helps a lot of people getting started out.
Yeah.
What size is the Victoria's Secret Packers shirt, Marcus? I think it's a extra small. I'd have to look it up. It's super tiny though, I believe.
Trying to cop
Nice.
that or
I
what?
just sold. What did I sell? Nike funnel neck hoodie. Sweet.
Funnel neck.
$16. Yeah, it's like the neck comes up to here, so like literally it can cover up your mouth, so it looks like a mask,
Oh,
but it's
okay.
it's a hoodie.
Okay,
Let me see if I
okay.
can
So
pull
it's
the
like
picture
it's
up.
like an extreme turtleneck.
Yeah, it's like a mock neck. Here,
It's
I'll show
like
you a
it's
picture of
like
it. See the
okay.
neck.
No, yeah, I know what you're talking about now. I know what you're talking about now.
I
Yeah,
got it from the
yeah.
bins.
Extreme turtleneck.
Extreme turtleneck. Yeah. So let me try and pull up this
So you can go into your shell.
Victoria. Exactly. Victoria's Secret Green Bay Packers. Dude, I didn't even know I still had those. I'm sorry, guys.
No, you're good. If it flips, it ships. Just said it just started a year ago and sold 185s for a $67 average, and the last 2 months, crickets. How does that happen? Yeah,
Yeah, it is an extra small, Dana, and yeah, man. Maybe, maybe it's because what you're. I don't know. I can't say it's what you're selling, but maybe are you promoting anything? Because right now it's supposed to be the busiest time of the year because it's like tax time, uh, until fourth quarter, of course. So I'm really not sure. There's a lot of people struggling right now with making sales. So I'm just pulling out all the bells and whistles, man. Promotions, sending coupons to repeat buyers. I'm running old on old inventory. I got a 20% off sale going on anything 45 days or older. 6 months or older, I got 50% off sale going on it. So I'm making consistent sales. Uh, but it's just a weird time right now for eBay, man. And they're making all these changes, which every time they change some stuff, it affects the platform as a whole. I'm a
No, for sure.
grandma. I bring pastries. LOL. You're wrong with it. Best way is through the stomach. Best way to the heart is through the stomach. Oh dang, I was gonna try and buy it. Yeah, it's a small. Yes, doing a listing challenge again next week to kick up some more sales too. Yeah,
Smart idea.
if it flips, it ships. How many items are you listing a day too? That makes
Yeah,
a difference.
I think there needs to be more context to what they're saying.
Right.
You know, because
Just started a year ago.
that amount of sales to somebody that's not doing it full time or whatever, like that
And
would be
if it's
there.
185 items win over the whole year, because
Yeah, no,
not
I think they're saying 185 items in 2 months, which is not bad. Like
I think they're saying that the last 2 months has been slow.
I don't. We can
I
let
don't know.
them. We
I
can
don't
let
know.
them
Yeah.
elaborate on
Please
it if
give
they
us some
want.
more information because
Yeah,
we're
we need more
kind of
context to really.
because if you
Because I'm
sold
thinking of
185 items in the last 2 months, that's not great, but it's not bad either.
exactly,
You know
but
what I
I'll
mean?
also like how often are you listing?
Right.
What are you listing? Like you said, like there's so many variables there that like you know.
Yeah, Hillary, it's crazy. She said saw recently that Daily Refinement had his eBay account permanently suspended and was shocked. Yeah, it's definitely crazy, man.
Is that because of the changes that just recently
It's
happened?
because he was selling a lot of like a lot, $1.8 million worth to be exact of hype sneakers with no invoices. Some of the pairs were
Huh?
going for as high as $25,000. But they're all from a
Huh?
collector, a celebrity collector at that, that's had these shoes, some of them for up as long as 15 years. So they were gifts
Interesting.
from him to begin with, or to him to begin with. So there's no invoices, no receipts, no paper trail, even though he's got invoices, Zelle payments and receipts and wire transfers and things like that, they're
Huh?
that's not good enough for eBay, especially at something that at that scale of a price. You know what I mean? So the
Interesting.
$700,000 he made selling clothing only, they didn't even bat an eye at that. They're not worried about that. They're like, you can do that stuff all day long, but these high risk ticket items, like this is they froze his money 3 different times on very large transactions. So he was like, I thought something was weird about it, a little bit, but you just got to be careful, man. Like you
I
don't
mean,
go getting too big too quick.
yeah, we could speculate on that, but I don't think it's worth our time. I mean,
Right.
that's interesting. That's interesting for sure.
Right.
That's all I'm gonna say. But also, if Flip said I haven't
So,
listed in 2 months, so
okay,
yeah,
well, that's exactly why.
that's yeah, that's you can't just be stagnant. So
185 since December. So I can only look, bro. Five a day for a week will get your account back acting.
yeah,
Back. You'll be
yeah,
selling five a day in no time.
that yeah,
Let
dead
me
to
say
rights.
VHS, video games, concert shirts, electronics, you name it.
No, I mean you got
That's
sounds like you got a good yeah. That's I
that's why
sell a lot
my
of similar
sales are like
things,
down
but
as already.
you gotta be active every day,
Right. Well, at
every
least you
day.
know why your sales are down, why there's crickets. So now you know how to counteract it. All you got to do is just get back to listing and everything will go back to normal. So
Yep, yep,
it's an easy fix. You know what I mean? It's
yeah.
it's better than the alternative. You have been listing daily and then you're still not selling nothing, because then that just means you're listing trash items.
Exactly. Or you're listing them at too high of a price or,
Yeah. Five a
whatever.
day. I guarantee you, five a day for a week, you will start selling stuff. And
Yep.
if you don't, cuss me out on Instagram, but I guarantee you that you will start making sales. And if you do five a day for the next week and you don't sell one of those items within the first day or two, you might be listing your prices too high. Just hit me up on Instagram, man. If you don't start making sales of the items that you're listing immediately, and then we'll like take some look at, I'll take a look at your listings in your store and try to help you figure out what's going on, man. Because I'm promising you, man. All you gotta do is just list
Yeah.
consistently. Like you said, you was listing items earlier and they sold,
Yeah.
during the live stream. So that's really all it takes is just an active account.
Yep.
Uh, Ray,
What up, Ray?
good evening. What's going on, guy? I seen you earlier in Nabiar's live stream. Hopefully, you subscribe to my channel. I'm at 9.
Yeah, what are you at, bro?
something. Let's see here. I was at 919 before the stream.
Ooh.
919 still, but hey, I'm getting there, man.
Yeah.
I'm getting there, bro. I gained like 20 subscribers in a day because I had brought up on my on that live stream, not the live stream, but in that daily refinement group that I'm a part of, I
Yeah.
brought up something about a couple of resellers um in that group, and then they all was like, "Wait, you got a YouTube channel?" I was like, "Yeah." And then next thing you know, they start all subscribing to the channel. I was like, "You guys are the best."
Heck
And
yeah,
they
that's
all
awesome.
stuck, like usually when you get like a large influx of subscribers, they fall off the next day. So like
Oh
I'm
yeah.
glad that they stuck. Ray said he just did right now. Awesome. Thanks, bro. Appreciate it. Uh
Yeah, no, that's awesome.
yeah,
That's
man.
awesome. You're inching up on that 1,000, man. We're gonna.
Definitely. My watch time hours, it's surprisingly creeping up there pretty quick, man.
Good.
I
Good.
know like I needed 2,000 hours like at the beginning of last month. Now I only need like close to 1,000 hours. So like over 500 in a month is pretty freaking good
Heck
for
yeah,
me
man.
at
Well,
least.
and as someone who has, viewed your content for a little while now, I mean, it's
Mhm.
kind of crazy to think like we've known each other for like almost 6 months now, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's crazy,
which
dude.
is crazy. But
Time
like,
flies, man.
seeing seeing how the quality of content has gotten
Yeah.
better, you know.
Yeah, it's definitely changed quite a bit since I met you, man.
So,
And the funny thing about it is when we met was when I first started doing the Ben's videos.
oh really?
Before then my content was kind of all over the place and kind of just not that great. When I met you is when you were kind of the inspiration to it too, because I started watching your videos and I was like, he's got no problem filming in the bins, man. Maybe I should just go up there and film in the bins because I was always kind of like intimidated to film up there because
Bro,
people
well,
don't like it. And I
again, we went.
understand why, because we both
Yeah,
caught shade like
we
crazy,
both
but
did, bro. Like, yeah.
but so
So,
but it's what's helping my channel grow. So I'm gonna continue to do it.
yeah, everybody loves the bin stuff for sure. I mean, it's just
It's hot right now,
the
man.
sheer amount of stuff for the price is
Yeah,
just
it's
so
definitely.
great. I mean, like, I had a video with some regular thrift stores and I had a
Mhm.
couple, maybe 4 or 5 scores or something like that between like 3 stores, 2 stores.
Right.
But like that was it,
Yeah.
It was the
And it's
regular
it's
thrift
it's not
is
the same, you know what I mean?
it's not like
Um,
it really isn't.
Stephanie says, how long have you both been doing YouTube? I've been on YouTube since January of last year. So just a little over a year.
Yeah, we're about the same. Our channel went live in December of of
20.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, December of
And
2020.
I went January 21.
So we're a little over a year old
Right.
now. We're like
Yeah.
a year and 4 months old.
Right. Uh Also, you pretty much have to have a GoPro to do to video bands, right? Not necessarily.
Yeah.
I was using my phone at first, but I ended up getting a GoPro because it's so tiny, man. You can just pop it right in your pocket. But
Yeah.
the problem is my phone was always running out of space, like always running out of space. And so it became more of a hassle for me to record on my phone, and my voice didn't match the audio. So like I'd be speaking and the words would be all jammed up. So I just stopped using my phone to record on. Some people that's all they do is record through their phone and they have no issues with it. But I keep a lot of apps on my phone and stuff like that too. So it's just not much space. It just wasn't a good fit.
Yeah, Stephanie, are you asking because you are interested in filming the bins or because you don't have a GoPro? Because if you don't have a GoPro, I
Get
highly
a
recommend
GoPro.
it
Yeah.
because the we could talk so much about this, but I will just say that my piece. But the image stability is
Hmm.
so good for the price,
Yeah.
and the compactness and the battery life is decent.
Yeah.
Just get it because between a GoPro and a next high end camera is hundreds
Right.
of dollars. Just get the GoPro.
Yep. And Ray's also Nabiar's the one that helped me with my camera settings because
Yeah,
I had it
yeah.
on the wrong setting. It was
Yeah.
taking up a whole lot of space.
And that was even like a game changer in quality, just
Right, right.
a little adjustment was
Definitely.
and also like how you were dealing with how large the file size was on your
Right.
computer.
Yep.
So you're like waiting for the files to load
Yep.
and
It's definitely been a game changer, bro. Like for real, for real.
yeah.
Um, Ray says, I know you are a jeans guy. So what is your top 1 and 2 brand names bucket list that you want to find on the wild except Levi's Big E?
Ooh, that's
Okay,
a good
so
question.
I found Levi's Big E before, but it was not vintage. And actually, I think it was the jeans that you gave me.
Really?
The day that we were filming when I crashed my car, it was those women's ribcage jeans. Remember?
I don't remember those.
Yeah, you found them for me.
I don't remember.
But they had the big E on the tag, but
No
they were not
way.
vintage. They're repro. But
Oh, okay, that's right. I forgot they reproed those.
so
Yeah.
for me, jeans wise, I did just find a decent brand. It's called PRPs. I found it the other day at the bins. I got there late, like a half an hour after they opened. Got a cart out in the parking lot, like from somebody that was loading their car up. I was like, "Hey, can I have that cart?" So like
Been
I'm
there.
already late, barely got a cart. So I'm like, I'm not gonna find anything in here, dude. So I go in there and after being in there for like 15, 20 minutes, so this is like 45 minutes into the opening already. So there's 2 hours left. All the good stuff's usually gone by then. I find this beat up like pair of PRPs. And it's like a streetwear brand, like rappers used to wear it like back in the day, back in like 2007.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, awesome PRPs. And they were stained like real bad. And I was like, man, this might not come out, but even in this condition, I could probably sell them for $30. You know what I mean? So I grab them, I bring them home, I shout them up, and then I throw them in the washing machine. I didn't even look up comps just because the name holds weight. I get them clean, bro, like pristine, like mwah, looking like perfect jeans, dude. I look them up and they're going for $175. I'm like,
Woo!
nice, yeah. So that was a brand that I was looking for. PRPs, that's what it's called. And then the other
What's a brand that you haven't found yet though?
uh
That would
so
be like number 2.
man, honestly, dude, like it'd have to be something like Balmain. It's like $1,000 jeans, but they're faked so much. Or like what's the other one, man? I can't think of the other one. Amiri. Amiri, it's like they've got a stripe down the leg. It goes for like thousands of dollars too. But
Huh.
these are like grails, dude, like for real, for real. So like if I would find these, like my head would literally blow up. You know what I mean?
Yeah. My grail with jeans would be dead stock Jinkos. That's all I want to find one day.
Yeah. That's
Dead
crazy
stock
because
Jinkos.
I found my first pair of Jinkos the first time that we filmed together.
Yeah, yeah. I remember that so vividly, and
Yeah.
like that's so crazy. That was
Dude, I
a
found
crazy find.
so much money that day, man.
Yeah,
The
bro.
the vintage wrestling shirt I sold for
Yeah,
$130.
that thing
In the
was fire.
same exact bin, I find the Jinko jeans that
That
I
was
sold
fire.
twice. I sold once for $80 and then I sold them again. I think I sold them for $60 the second time around.
But still, I
But still,
mean,
though, those things are
yeah,
trashed. You know what I mean?
trash.
So yeah, it was a lot of money in the bins that day, man. I'm gonna go to the bins soon. Haven't been in years, but it's so shaky. Not sure. I'll try. Yeah, definitely give it a try. I love it.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
want
I
to do
mean,
a video. Go ahead.
I would yeah, I would get a GoPro. Just be discreet.
For sure.
And if an employee approaches you, just be nice about it. You know.
The setting is 1080p 60W.
Yeah,
Uh
1080p, 60 frames per second, wide angle shot
yeah.
is what
Um
we run.
and so like for us in our bins, the employees don't care about us filming.
Yeah, the
It's
employees
not the
actually
employees.
they notarize that like
Yeah, they get a kick out of it.
they get a
It's
kick out of
it's
it. Yeah,
it's
like
the people, the resellers, it's them in the bins because they feel like you're giving away this
right,
big gigantic secret that no one knows about. Like
right.
the Goodwill bins is not a secret. They've been around for decades. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I heard about the Goodwill bins when I was in sixth grade. Like so
I heard about the Goodwill bins through friends who were like super into like the trend of
yeah,
thrifting their clothes instead of buying new clothes, right?
right,
Like they were all about upcycling, recycling
right.
clothing. And that's how I learned about it.
All right. She says she has to go. Thanks for all the info. No problem.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
coming close to we're over our time limit anyway.
yeah.
Silver tab Levi's for me. I find silver tab quite often, honestly. Like it sells immediately too.
I've
Stephanie
never found a
Russo,
silver
good
tab.
night. Never found them.
No.
PRP is the logo like an angel with a crutch. Yep, it's like a crutch. I think that's what it is.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, yeah. I
so
never got
yeah,
that
it's
one.
that's exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
The make of the PRPs that I found was Demon.
Hmm.
Anything Vicuna for me, but we'll never find that material at the bins. You never know, man. Like
You never know.
I
I
had
mean,
I had the Cha-Ching
I
King on my video last or on my live stream on Tuesday, and he said he found some military jacket in there that he sold for like $3,000.
I mean,
In the bins.
I found one of the most rare PS1 games in the bin. So
Yeah,
you know, I mean, like
right. Yep.
anything's possible.
Ray
So
says that's my top one, Amiri bucket list and Mastermind Japan or Yamamoto. I just heard about Yamamoto the other day, like 2 days ago, but never heard of Mastermind.
are those
Faded,
are
Faded
those
Glory
both
button up is on my
Japanese
bucket
brands? I
list.
guess.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Faded Glory button up is on my bucket list. Yes, I love it, man. I'll just be over here getting hyped when I find Torrid. Dude, I find Torrid all the time.
Yeah,
I only pick
yeah.
up half of it.
We find Tord for sure.
Yeah. Bo, nice bucket list. Definitely. He's killing it. All right, guys. So we're getting close to the end, man. Anybody got anything else to say? Let us know. If
Yeah,
not,
yeah.
we'll catch you guys on the next one. Dana says, okay, have to stop off, have to stop off, drop off maybe. Anyway, she's got to go. Look forward to
Hop
meeting
off.
you on Monday. Hop off. Okay, there you go. Look forward to meeting you on Monday and hope y'all have a
Yes.
fantastic Super Sales week. Okay, she
Yes.
did say
Look
hop
at
underneath it.
looking
Definitely.
forward to Monday. It's going to be really fun. I
Yeah,
haven't
for
ever
sure.
filmed content with two other content
Well, it's
creators.
going to be
So,
four of us now because it's going to be Dana and then
oh,
Kristen. Kristen didn't hop in here, so
I thought she changed her name.
no,
Okay,
no,
now
yeah.
I understand. Okay,
This
so there's
Kristen is a rural squirrel, so this is all her
gotcha. I thought maybe a rural
brainchild.
squirrel rebranded. Okay,
Yeah.
I see what's going on now. I see.
And so
So
Dana's actually from St.
four
Louis.
content creators.
Right, yeah.
It's gonna be lit.
Yeah, definitely. Uh total props to the both of you. I don't watch many lives because they seem to be stale after a time. Love your chemistry. Awesome. Thanks, man.
No,
Appreciate it.
we
And
appreciate that.
we do get that a lot that people say that we got great personalities. We mesh well together. So
Yee
we
yee.
picked a good dynamic duo here. Hit the like button. Appreciate it. Tip anything. Tip anything, Pat. Pending Bolo.
Penny.
TIP. Anything, Pat?
I don't know,
Okay. I'm gonna look out for that.
but
Thumbs
good
up.
know.
Jennifer dropped the link one more time. Thanks, Jennifer. Appreciate it. Yeah, guys. So that's gonna do it for this one, guys. We'll catch you on the next one. On Nabiar's channel, Good Game Grabs, next Thursday, guys, for episode